Take our poopy and go down here. Miles, what were you doing? Well,
I was trying to investigate the body. I assume the first
yeah.
thing I noticed is that this is probably not the captain, as the captain was
Yeah.
described to be male and this appears to be a female body, right?
Yeah, you
Uh,
can definitely roll an investigation and a
yes.
medicine check, and
Let's start
depending
with
on what you're ever.
investigation and then we'll do some medicine as well,
Yeah,
just in case we need both to determine whether or not this is a man or a woman.
right.
I mean,
So
if it's a man,
thankfully,
good
with
enough.
the investigation check, we'll go kind of in tandem with both of these. Based on the investigation, you can tell the murder definitely happened down here. When you get up close to the body, as you're carefully stepping around the blood design, you notice that you can see some bruising on the neck, and her pretty much there's a few stab wounds and a slit across her throat.
Maybe this was all
Eh.
done by the person themselves in some sort of. Well, we won't follow this train of thought. Anyways, so the design is this. I mean, obviously, the design is somewhat occult in nature, but is it religiously occult in nature?
No, it would just definitely be a cult in this world.
Okay, in that case, um, hmm. And the knife that would have caused all these wounds, uh, nowhere to be found.
Not with that investigation roll. And as you're determining it, you hear Ziminiar and Poopy kind of walk down and up to you
Oh,
in
great.
this moment.
Um, hmm. I'm just gonna, before they really get down here, I just want to collect some blood real quick.
You can grab a little vial,
Yes,
a
I'll
little
do
glass
that.
vial,
A little glass vial.
a little glass vial.
This person's blood comes in a little glass vial.
Dun, 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 dun.
A little glass vial.
Okay,
And
okay.
then Paris Hilton walks in. No.
Yes.
I'll add it to my Cyclops eye.
Alright. Yep. Blood of murder vial.
Yep, yep.
And they walk up at this point.
Uh, is there. Did you secure Gilly's safety?
Yep. Traded Poopy for Haribo. Hopefully that spell lasts long enough.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna have this little dog here take me to the room where those cooks were, just in case there is anything suspicious to be going on. But
Alright.
granted,
Did you
could just
ever
be what Haribo.
Did you ever find the dwarf?
No, I didn't find it. I thought it only was gonna
It.
show up if I turned out all the light.
The
And,
dwarf. The Winslow.
oh, the dwarf.
Winslow.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said the morph.
No, what?
Sorry. That was audio issue.
Oh, it's fine. It's
Um,
fine. I'm not. In character, I'm very upset with
Re-
you for misunderstanding even a single thing I say, but.
that makes sense. Um, wait. He's missing? I'm sorry. I've been really focused on what. Did Winslow kill this person?
It's not impossible now, is it?
Actually, why am I asking you? That's probably the worst thing to ask you.
Of course, it's
What
not
did you find while
Winslow.
you were down
Winslow
here?
has an axe, and this was clearly made by a dagger. Come on. Focus up, Ziminiar.
I haven't even looked down at it yet, and yep, that is definitely a dagger wound.
A dagger slit throat.
So, Did you find anything interesting about it?
Um, well, not
Figure
yet.
you've
By the
been gone
way,
here a while.
Tori, did I check I checked the pockets and everything. Any kind of identification or anything?
Yes, there was. And as you were
There was.
messing around, you do find
A
an
pair of
identification. I just want to make sure that it's Yeah, I just want to make sure there's no notes available. You see it's for a Victoria Hillbilweed.
Victoria Hillbilly, got it.
Ilbleweed.
Hillbilweed. It'll be in all of your
Hillbilweed.
guys' journals in a second.
Oh,
It should
okay,
show
so
up
I
under
don't think that's
NPC. Yep, and that's her. Victoria
Well, she doesn't look
Hillbilweed
like this now.
is your guys' victim.
I-
And at this point, Ziminiar, Poopy just kind of
Aw.
like laps his like knee and paw, kind of like on your knee, just kind of like taps it as he was instructed to do so.
Oh wait, I guess I should open this here.
Oh, you did know this one, huh? Hmm.
Ah!
Does
Hey,
she?
you could probably point me in. What?
I
Why did?
open her
why-
eyes, just like as part of the investigation, just to see if the irises are different colored.
Well, she's someone that was naturally on board. The dog knows her, so she's not a stowaway. What? Hello?
Let's see. Is there any kind of like book or anything like a ritual book near the body, or like in
No.
one of the crates nearby?
You can definitely investigate the crates nearby.
Yes, let's do that. And I say to Ziminiar, have the dog sniff
While you do
around.
all that,
Unfortunately, you don't find
you
anything
see,
in
I
the
thought
crate.
of that already.
Okay. Yeah? So
I
go,
actually thought of that already, and that was the first plan.
yeah, so go ahead and start sniffing.
But
Get to work.
let me finish.
We'll talk
Shut
faster.
up and let me finish. The reason the dog pawed my leg was because we had to find a way to get him to identify whether or not he knew this woman. Apparently he
Okay.
does. The reason why he's not leading me directly to the room where the killer is because the dog can't smell.
Ah. Well, if only we had someone else who could turn into a dog and have the sense of smell.
Once again, our plan goes awry.
It's okay. There's nothing to be done about it now.
What? Well, I'm gonna go investigate those cooks. I have a feeling you're well associated with this.
I'm not sure what you mean.
If you find him,
I actually find that offensive that you would suggest such a thing. In character, that's very offensive that you
Well-
would suggest that I would have any kind of experience with gruesome deaths. What are you trying to say, Z?
well, you're the best fighter out of all of us.
Well, yes, that goes without saying, but that doesn't mean that I'm well acquainted with violence.
And you went. Kind of does. A little bit.
I don't go out
But
seeking
anyways.
fights, Ziminar.
That doesn't mean that you don't have experience if you're that good of a fighter.
And you go do what you were gonna do.
I already was intending to.
Good.
If you figure anything out, let us know, and I'll let you know the same.
Alright. So at this point, Miles considers that there is a possibility that this death is linked to the creature that, if what Gilly was drawing was actually based in reality, that perhaps this death was used to summon some sort of demon, and that's what Gilly saw. That's Miles'
Alright.
current working theory.
Alrighty. And
Wait,
can
are you
everyone
just
make
not gonna tell Ziminiar that?
No,
no?
your
Can
own
everyone
theories.
make a
Wow.
perception check for me?
Even me?
Yes.
How so unhelpful as a teammate?
Well, I don't have enough proof of that, but I mean, there is
I
the
understand why Miles would.
there is the occult symbol on under the body, which seems to be suggestive in its
Okay.
own right. You know.
Cool. Alrighty. You guys don't hear much of anything. But, so as you tell Poopy to take you to the cook, he just walks right into the kitchen. Or at least that's where he wanders to. Do you follow him?
Yeah, and I feel foolish doing it, but I do.
And there's a lady in there. And she's just like frantically, like kind of drinking a drink and just utterly upset. And she goes, "Hello? Hi, Poopy. Who are you?"
My name's Ziminiar. Might I ask you why you're drinking so solemnly in here?
Sarah
Solemnly.
just told me the news. I'm Gwen, by the way.
Sarah.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you, Gwen. Does Ziminiar?
there she
No,
is.
never mind.
For all
Yeah,
of
we
you.
met. We
I
met
genuinely
Sarah.
don't remember if
Sarah was one of the women
I know
who
we
was
met
at the
Sarah,
lifeboat.
but didn't she run to a different boat?
Where
Or like not a different boat, but to a different deck? I would.
she ran in to get Wilbert from the other lifeboat.
You guys did
Okay.
really poorly on those perception checks for a
I
reason.
got 14. That's not too bad.
Not high enough to hear everything that happened.
Oh well, that's fine.
But so, and she's just like sitting at the table
So-
at this point and just in utter shock.
So why would you want to be alone right now if you know something like that's happening?
Well, this was the first place that I felt I should go in case people get hungry since the whole ship is awake now. And on high alert and such, I figured I should be making tea or something. And as you look backwards, you do see like boiling water and such happening.
Wait, she's boiling water. She's a witch.
I guess everything you're saying makes out. Although he wasn't supposed to bring me specifically to you. I was supposed to go to a cabin with a couple of cooks in them. But
Um,
I do have to recommend that you either come with me or go find somebody else to stand in here with you. It's not really safe to be on your own right now.
I'll be fine. Billy will be down soon. I'm sure. He's hanging out with the couple that was employing Victoria, I should say.
Wait, I thought we told them that it was the captain that died. Regardless of whether or not we were right or wrong, I thought that that's the information that they got.
Yeah, I
from
thought
us.
she
You're
ran off with
also
the
not
person
here.
that-
Sorry.
You're also not there, Miles, so you have no idea what she's saying.
No, I don't.
Yeah. And Ziminiar was too focused on the idea of a demon running around.
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that idea either. It's fine.
So. No,
The
you're good, you're good.
captain's
It's still
missing,
what mainly
Which
on
is
his
what
mind.
Sarah first said. She said the captain was missing, and then she heard about a dead body, and we did a count, and the only person that isn't accounted for was Victoria. And then when I came down here, I saw you all there, so I didn't want to look and see, but we heard quite a lot after someone came knocking to our door. We heard a lot of commotion and speaking.
Did you manage to understand what you were hearing?
Not really. Sarah was just saying something about a dead body, for the most part.
How well did
And
you
to
know
get-
Victoria? And also, I'm sorry. What?
Hmm?
How well did you know Victoria? And did anyone dislike her on the boat?
not necessarily dislike her, and I worked with her a lot. She usually helped me in the morning with the
Early in
cooking and
morning.
such. That's what she did today from about 8 to 11 a.m., I believe. She was helping me prep the kitchen.
8 to 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally not taking notes, but um, it, so she wasn't necessarily disliked by anybody,
No.
and she was cooking from 8 to 11. Mm. Is Billy strong?
Billy?
Like, what do you think? And
Yeah.
actually, as a matter of fact, do you think really anyone on this boat besides the guards could do anything against, say, not a human?
I'm sorry, what?
Look,
It's a dwarf.
I got some reasons to believe that what's on the boat might not just be a human problem.
I'm sorry, are you
And
saying there's
that's
something more going on than our captain being missing, a person dying, all while we have the princess on the boat?
Sounds right.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, come on.
You are aware
Royalty,
that
who
none of
doesn't
this
want to
was
take a ride at royalty?
happening. I'm sorry, we've never had anything like this happen on this boat since I've been employed here. And now you all show up and all of this is happening. Someone's dead, our captain's missing. And now you're telling me what? There's ghosts on our ship?
A likely story.
I mean, lady, I'm a straight up tiefling. But,
You haven't even had the
Oh.
nerve to introduce yourself.
That doesn't help.
I actually did introduce myself. I said my name is Ziminiar, right? In the beginning of this.
Hmm. Maybe you did. I just wasn't paying attention. Saying, now you're insulting.
Yeah, how dare you call her inattentive?
I'm sorry. It's just my.
How about you get your facts
I'm
straight
sorry.
before you
It's-
begging everyone else? And as she's like finishing the tea at this point, she's just like, "Good day, sir," and storms on out upstairs with the tea
Hit her.
and goes on in here.
I'm gonna scratch my chin and just like out loud to myself. I mean, if I was someone she needed to worry about, I don't think I would have warned her first.
And Poopy just
I
kind of
know.
looks at you as he's just like scratching his little ear, and he looks at you and shakes his head and just sits back down, waiting to see what your next move is.
Is he? Does he? Like, I don't even
The-
know.
the
if
look
he's
of
expecting me to give
disappointment.
him the food.
Kind of like he's
The
looking at you
food
like
that-
disappointedly.
For one, Haribo didn't tell me what the food was that he wanted. I just know that I owe this dog something.
That you do.
And he didn't even
Yup.
do the thing that I want him to do.
He was told to take you to the chef. That's where he took you. Just because
You
Poopy
also
can't
didn't
smell,
Ask the dog.
not just that. Just because Poopy can't smell does not mean Poopy cannot hear. He's
That
not.
is true.
He's not freaking nose deaf, like and actually deaf.
Rude.
He didn't catch.
Oh,
Anything?
anyways. Ziminiar is going to just open a small pantry and see if there's anything he wanted. Because
Who?
I know
Him
that's what
or
he's
Poopy?
doing. Poopy.
Okay, I was like, ooh. Yeah. So you look,
But
and
the whole
he's
time
just
he's like,
not what he wants. He doesn't react
did he
to
find what he
anything.
wanted?
I mean, the closest he does is walk up to your butt, but Other than that, no.
Poopy, I know I can't speak dog, but is there anything in here that you want? I can. Do you want food? What? What? Do you want more pets? Scratches his head.
And he just like kind of shakes as like dogs do. This kind of floppy shake, and then he just does the little dog sigh and just starts walking away at this point, and is just like, "Nope, I'm out of here," and goes back up to the main deck, and then back to his spot.
If you could imagine,
The fact that
if
you
could imagine,
disappointed
like,
a dog.
the JoJo character, like Ziminiar as a JoJo character with the eyes blacked out, with a straight like anger face. That is what's going on with Ziminiar right now. Like not even looking at Poopy as he's walking away, just.
And Ziminiar
I
is
no
left
longer care
alone.
about this whole thing.
And Haribo, could you do a perception check for me?
Oh boy. Alright. Is it essentially to tell how disappointed Poopy is in Ziminiar?
Well, unfortunately, you would not know. But
Oh, no. Hang on, my computer froze. My
It's
computer
okay.
froze. I can't roll perception.
Oh no! Soon,
No.
soon, soon.
Perceive
No.
with your special eyes.
I can't perceive anything.
Oh my
Oh
Damn.
no. Ah, crap.
Damn,
Haribo
Damn
already
Spectrum.
can't perceive shit.
honest to God, I think mine went out earlier because I couldn't hear you guys.
Alright.
There we go. Got 17. So while you've been sitting in here, you didn't hear much commotion, but Gilly did around the time when you guys were kind of messing around, and she like got up and looked out the little like door a bit. She like creaked it open and then closed it, and she looked back down at Poopy and she goes, "Oh, this is hopeless." As she gets back in bed with her candle and she starts doodling again, and you just perceive honestly that she's just kind of like disappointed in everything going on and just like kind of working it out in her own brain. And as you see her go to the desk, she starts just like writing things down and is just very focused and just trying to keep her mind off of things. But you could tell something's troubling her overall.
Okay.
Miles.
Okay.
Can I really quick
Yeah.
go up and nudge her hand just to make sure like she's okay in a way that dogs do to make people give them more pets?
Yeah. And so she pets you a bit and she goes, "Poopy, I'm fine. I'm just bored. I don't like being trapped up in a room anymore. I mean, I could go out the window, but
I now.
I don't know, maybe." And then she kind of starts like peering out the window. She moves the chair over next to it, and that's where we'll leave you two with that debacle happening.
Oh my.
And Miles, what are you doing down by the
Oh.
body?
It's a good question. So I know I tried already, but what is in these crates?
So as you open them up, you see a lot of like hay and just like packing material, and you see just like a lot of food. You see some fancy fabrics, nothing out of the ordinary.
And if I dig further into like the fabrics or the hay, I
Mhm.
don't find anything. Like no.
Nope.
Okay. In that case, I guess I can.
Could always join
Let me
Ziminiar.
try either Arcana or Religion on this circle to try and see.
Okay.
Well, I guess would it be Arcana probably?
Yeah, if you're looking to see if like demonic summonings or something happened
Right.
here.
Oof. Maybe Ziminiar would be better to ask for Arcana knowledge.
Yeah, no, you don't. For once,
Yeah.
Miles is just kind of at a loss.
So I guess I'm gonna go find Ziminiar and ask him if he recognizes that kind of circle as any kind of summoning spell, perhaps. Like, why would
Lucky for
someone...
you. He's right there.
Yes. What are you doing here? I thought you went upstairs to look for the
Still
cooks.
doing the face.
Anyway, focus. Uh, do you recognize that summoning circle,
So folk.
or that? Do you recognize that circle as anything? I
Well,
slapped
let's
Ziminiar.
check.
Oh, okay.
Come on down.
Oh, good. I didn't have to slap him.
I was doing a bit like,
I
let's
know.
come on track down to the Wheel of Fortune and see if I do a good roll
Well, let's see it. Let's see it.
for Arcana.
Okay.
Yep.
Wheel
so
of
you,
Fortune.
so you
Wrong
know that
reference.
circle is like very stereotypical of just like a random and kind of overall like basic level demonic cult stuff, but it's nothing like you don't sense anything from it. You don't sense any demons or anything. No magic from it entirely.
Okay. That is going to be my next question. If he tells me.
Mhm.
So basically, from what I'm seeing of this, is that, I mean, it's basic stuff for the cult, but they didn't do anything with it. If they were trying, they either got interrupted or suck.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Does it
good
have
to
any
know.
language that I would see in Infernal?
No, it does not.
Okay. Does it? Can I see anything out of it, like what they might have been trying to do with it?
Nope. They just drew it down there with the woman's blood.
Oh, here's another nifty thing we could do.
So if I were to guess, either they somewhat know what they're doing but don't know how to actually invoke something, or they were hoping and failed.
We haven't bothered to check yet, but is the
Michael.
body cold or warm still?
You can definitely do a little touching.
Yeah, touch it.
And as you touch her, she is now cold.
Okay, so it's been quite some time since the murder occurred.
And as you all just kind of, I guess, go out and look at the moon, unless you have like a watch on you or a sundial of sorts.
Yeah, I have a
Um,
sundial.
That's great. Little wristy sundial.
Yeah, it works great indoors.
Yep. It works fantastic. But, yeah, you guys could estimate by how late it is. It's roughly midnight now. Just, like, maybe because it's been about an hour or so, and maybe you guys recall what the moon was at when you guys were up there talking outside of Gilly's room. So you can estimate it's probably 11 midnight
I actually
currently.
have an hourglass strapped to my wrist.
Even better.
Yeah.
The most accurate.
But since I constantly move my wrist, it's constantly resetting, so the time's never quite accurate. But it's
That's
close
fair.
enough.
Truly.
Yeah.
I feel like Miles would definitely have hand sanitizer all the time.
Maybe.
Truly. He just carries the wet wipes.
Yeah. I start wet wiping up the blood.
Anytime he goes to like Buffalo Wild Wings, he takes a few extra. Just
Stop. You know.
prepping. But as you're
Doing
looking
things.
at the body, and you both are re-examining it,
Yeah.
Harbo and Gilly.
Oh,
Gilly
fun.
kind of like goes back to her pack and she pulls out the rope and like a torch, and she lights the torch and she sticks it out the window to kind of see what's going on as she's like standing up on a chair. She sees, she's like, well, Poopy, there is a small ledge there. I wonder if I should. And as she's like looking at her rope and just entirely around, she's like, I want to get in on this, and I think this is the only way I can. If I can get out the window, get around to the boat, or I could just leave the room.
And
I think
Poopy
I'm just-
kind of looks at her and then immediately starts like tugging on her shirt, trying to get her to stay.
Poopy, stop.